What's up, guys? What is up? Hey, I'm coming to you for a quick video. Had a sub in the comments ask a great question that raises a good topic to cover a video on. Carlos was in the questions and in the comments, and he asked this. He said, "Would you leave an $80,000 a year job, run a local home every day and off on the weekends to become an owner-operator?" And like I told him in the comments, I was like, "Man, that's a good topic and really too long of an answer." I said, "I'm just gonna make a video and share it with the rest of you guys as well, and anybody else, because a lot of people has that same type of question. Is it worth leaving my job to become an owner-operator?" Well, Carlos, I'll tell you what, brother. I'm not going to tell you yay or nay. I hate to be this way to you. I hate to be kind of cliche with it, but that's a question you're going to have to answer yourself. It's real complicated, but I will ask you this. 1, do you like your job? 2, do you enjoy your job? 3, how do you like the people you work with? 4, do you basically like what you do? Are you content with it? Are you happy with it? Do you want more? What is you just got to really weigh your pros and cons here. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you yay or nay on that, but I will give you a short story on what I've done and why I chose to become an owner-operator. Okay, like you, I didn't have a crummy job. I had an above-average paying job back home. In the demographic I'm at, or live, or from, the demographic I'm from, the average mediocre trucking job local is $30,000 to $35,000, maybe $40,000 with a little overtime. And the guys now we're going to talk about today's money, not 4 years ago. The guys back home at the job that I used to do, my buddies are averaging $65,000 a year right now. And anybody that watches the channel knows I'm from North Georgia. You know where the Ringgold Scale House is? Right south of Chattanooga, Tennessee, on Interstate 75. Yeah, that's where I live. That's where I'm from. But in that area, $65,000 a year is great money. It's real good money. And I still chose to owner-operate. And some people's like, why? And I'm going to tell you, I was after time freedom. And that really sounds kind of redundant to say I went OTR where I'm putting in 60, 70 hours a week. Actually, more than that, if you just consider all the things that goes into it. I went OTR to get time freedom. That kind of sounds redundant. But listen to me. At my old job, I worked second shift. Well, not really second shift. We just had a guy on day shift and a guy on night shift. The guy that ran my truck on the day shift schedule, he would come in about 4 o'clock in the morning, and he'd work up to about 12 to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I would come in after him. I'd usually be there anywhere from 2 to 3 o'clock, ready to go. And I'd jump in the truck, and I would just be done with my shift and my work before he came in the morning. So we didn't have set hours, which I loved. I could come in at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whenever. I didn't have a set limit or a set time. But let's just say, for the entertainment purpose of this video, let's say I came in at 3 o'clock every day. I would run 4 loads. Okay, I'd be lucky to be home by 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, get to home 2 o'clock in the morning, let's say I might be asleep by 4 or 4:30. Let's say I might get up at 8 o'clock, or not 8 o'clock, who am I kidding? I might get up at 12, okay, and I'm getting ready. By 2 o'clock, I'm going to be leaving the house and getting to work, because I live, about 40 miles away from my job. I've done that Monday through Friday, and a lot of Saturdays that they could drag me in there. And here's what I experienced. I didn't get to see my family during the day. Luckily, my wife, even then, didn't have to work. I told her to quit her jobs because we never got to see each other. told her to quit her job. I'd work enough to cover the 50 bills. Otherwise, we're never going to see each other except on the weekends. And then when the weekends roll around, I'm going to be dog ass tired and not really wanting to do anything. So I seen the wife. She isn't asleep by the time I got home. But let's fast forward. Let's think about right now today. Right now today, my oldest boy's 17. Oh, excuse me. Boy, that's a good one. My oldest boy's 17, senior in high school. The youngest one is 8, second grade. And let's just talk about the youngest one. He gets out of school at 2:30 in the afternoon. The oldest one, he gets out of school about 3:30. Now, if I'm back home and I'm leaving from the house at 2:30 to be at work at 3, when do I get to see my kids? See, I don't ever get to see my kids. And about half the time I'm working Saturday. So 100% of the time on the weekend, I'm dog ass tired from working all week and working shitty hours and not sleeping that great. So that's factor number one. Factor number two is I didn't like a grown man telling me, no, you can't take tomorrow off and spend time with your family. No, you can't take next week off to take your family on vacation. And no, you can't have a pay raise. You're at the ceiling. There's no going up from here. I didn't like that. Those three things right there encouraged me to want to do something on my own. And about a year before I actually went in owner operating, I just finished school. I found time to get my degree while I work full time to set out and choose a different field of work. It didn't work out that way. I finished and got the degree anyway, but the rules and regulations in that field of study, I was needing 5 years in the industry just to get my business license to become an entrepreneur in that course of study that I chose to go to school for. So I decided to stick to what I knew, but either way, I'm still going to be an entrepreneur, and I'm still going to become an independent contractor, and I'm still going to work for myself. I'm still going to get a 1099. I just didn't realize 4 years later, I'd have my own trucking company. So it's kind of funny how things work out. But I knew I was after time freedom. All right. I didn't like the schedule I was working. I never had no valuable time with the family. I didn't like another man telling me, no, you can't take time off to be with your family. All right. I went to school to become an entrepreneur and get my business license and go into business for myself. I just happened to fall back on what I knew, and that was trucking. So here I am, just killing it. All right. But I was after time freedom, man. Look, I seen a bigger picture. I seen a bigger picture of the short sacrifice of owning a truck. See, it's true. It's no secret. You can have a truck and just be leased on with somebody. Not what I got. You don't have to have your own authority. You don't have to have your own trailer, but you do need your own truck. So we're going to talk about that. Let's say you're going to go lease on to somebody like Mercer or Landstar. Excuse me, I got some pizza today, boy. It's got me indigestion. Got me burping and stuff. But let's say you're going to get a truck. You're going to go lease on it, Mercer, Landstar, somewhere where you can actually work at your own leisure pace, run your own truck. Say 3, 4, 5 years, you can pay for that truck. Once that truck is paid in full, you don't have a truck note anymore. If you're at Landstar, you're going to have a monthly expense of about $250 for insurance. You're going to have $175 a month of occupational insurance. You're going to have maybe, factor about $50 a month into IFTA, for IFTA. I'm pretty sure they just bill you quarterly over there. But listen, you're going to have a monthly expense of, say, $800-900 a month. That's going real far high fetch with it too, given that you don't have a truck payment. You can really do much of nothing and still make a good living. You could cut. Coming from where I live, I can come out of the Georgia area and go coast to coast. I can go to California, Seattle. I can go out and I can come back. And when I come back, after expenses, after fuel, I could still have $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in my pocket, depending on what I get on the back off. If I go down to Florida or Virginia, it's going to add an extra day on the job, but it's going to average about another $1,000. So knowing and seeing that bigger picture of what I can do when I got my truck paid off, what kind of time freedom that's going to allow me, knowing that I can work for 8-9 days and take the rest of the month off and still have plenty of money to pay the bills and have money set aside for, leisure and fun with the family. Or let's say I want to join that elite class and work 2 days a week and take 5 days off. How's a 2-day work week and a 5-day weekend sound? Sounds pretty amazing. You come out where I live, everywhere in the country you can find these runs, but where I live, I know I can go down to Miami for about $1,600, $1,700 and come back for $700. I'm talking 2 days gone, grows about $2,400 bucks, spend about $400 in fuel, and put about $1,800, $1,900, maybe even $2,000 in my pocket. Now let's say I do that 2 days a week for the month. On a 4-week month, I've done stacked up almost $8,000. Come on now, come on! $8,000. Just working 2 days a week. Now do the math on that. $2,000 a week times that by 52. You're over $100,000 a year, and you don't work but 2 days a week. Can I get a hell yeah? Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Or let's say you don't want to do that. Let's say like I said, I know my demographic. I know what I can do there. I can come out of the house and run down to Atlanta. And those loads right now from Chattanooga to Atlanta are averaging about $420 to $500. Okay, let's back it down a little bit. That's on a good high side. Let's say $420 to $450. Okay, say I go down there for $450. I can snag me a load coming back. Let's say half the time I don't even say I'm deadhead back. So let's say Monday I make $450 going down Monday. Tuesday I go down for $450 and grab another coming back. Let's say another $450. So that's $900. So 2 days. Now I'm at $1,300. Let's say I do that for the rest of the week. So that's going to be $1,300, $2,600. That's going to be $3,000 running out of my house, running local. I think I've done the math right. $450 one day, $900 the next. That's $1,350. Okay, $450. So that's $1,350. That's $1,500. That's $1,900. And then $900 the next. That's $2,700. Yeah, it's $3,000. Or hell, just say $2,500 to $3,000 a week. All right, seriously, there's a lot of options to do. That's the reason I've done what I've done. I've seen the time freedom it would allow me once I got my equipment paid for. I just didn't know I was going to have a trucking company. So now I'm floating the idea of growing a fleet. And I'm liking the idea of leasing guys on. That's the idea. That leaves that. Why you want to grow a trucking fleet? Whenever you got to worry about how the drivers are treating your trucks and the fuel mileage, the maintenance. There's so much liability there. Me personally, I like the idea of leasing guys on. The downfall to that is I'm going to have to let a couple years pass to let my insurance go down, because ain't nobody going to want to pay that $1,200 a month insurance that I'm paying for being a new entrant. But anyways, that's another story. Carlos, man, I hope that helped. Listen, man, if you're happy with your job, and you don't have any bucking of the system, but if you're happy with it, dog, I say stay with your job, homie, because it's going to take you a little while. It's going to take a while for you to actually come out of the gate and make that kind of money owner operating. Man, dude, it was 6 months before I started making money. I had at the time back in 2014, I had a Jeep Cherokee. I had to sell my Jeep Cherokee and give the wife some money to pay the bills, because in that first 6 months I might have put $3,000 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of learning to go on, and let me tell you, it ain't always peaches and cream out here. It's a dog eat dog world, and it's a nasty industry. And I'm not going to say you are going to fall in the steps that I fell in. But I'm just telling you what could happen. It could be months to a year before you actually start making money, because there's a lot to learn in this industry. I dedicated a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of talking, and to make myself knowledgeable about how to run one of these trucks, how to keep it running with emissions, how to talk with maximize fuel economy. I mean, there's so many different avenues to discuss on being successful in the trucking world. So if you're happy with your job, man, I'd say stay, because it might take you a minute. I'm not saying it will, but it may take you a minute to make that kind of money out here as an owner operator. And if you're thinking about leasing on with something like a quality truck or something like that, oh hell no. You stack your own money, go to Lone Mountain, get a truck where you got a $1,400 a month truck payment. So only use I'm not hating on the guys with the quality trucks, but I'm saying, it is what it is. If you ain't got money to put down, you got to do what you can do. But if you have the means necessary to put money down and get a truck, do not go that route. Go to Lone Mountain, or go to MHC Kenworth, or go to Truckworks and buy you a truck outright. But if the reasons you want to do owner operating is similar to what I told you, what mine was, everybody's got their own reasons. But if you're looking for a time freedom, or you see that bigger picture and you want to shoot for that, I mean, dude, like I said, you're going to have to answer it yourself. I hope that I don't ramble too much here and not really give you any help. I hope you figure out what you need to do. But sorry, brother, I can't tell you yay or nay. I can just try to give you some simple guidance and talk on what I've done. I hope that helps. But if you do become an owner operator, man, reach out, brother. I will help you all I can. I'll give you the greatest advice I can give you. Don't mean it to be the right advice, but hey, it'd be better than none. Anyway, Carlos, appreciate the question, man. Raised a good topic for a good video, and everybody else, peace. See y'all, bye.